hard to interrupt Clutch, but I can't let the full song play. Otherwise, WMG will probably rate me. How is everybody? Everybody having a good day? Because we're about to have a really good day. This is almost kind of old news, but it's uplifting news. So we're gonna go with it anyways, because we can. All right, let me just cut to it. Let me find the link for this. It's not a verdict. It's just a decision. Where are you fired? Commonwealth v. Stoutenberger. I'll just read it. You guys will figure. If you don't know who this is, you'll probably figure it out some way through. Nicholas Stoutenberger appeals from the court entered June 5th, dismissing his petition for collateral relief filed under the Post-Conviction Relief Act. We derive the following statement of the factual and procedural background in this matter from a certified record, including the PCRA's court's comprehensive opinion. January 2016, following a bench trial, Stoutenberg was convicted of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse with a child, as well as 2 counts of indecent assault of a person less than 13 years old. In part, the evidence against Stoutenberger consisted of testimony from his victim, his sister, and a printout of internet chat room conversation between Stoutenberger and an individual named Anna, in which he described a sexual encounter similar to that alleged by the victim. In April 2016, the trial court imposed an aggregate sentence of 16.5 to 40 years of incarceration. Stoutenberger timely appealed, and this court affirmed the judgment of the sentence. Commonwealth v. Stoutenberger. Stoutenberger did not seek further appellate review. In 2017, Stoutenberger filed a pro se PCRA petition asserting the ineffective assistance of trial counsel. The PCRA court appointed counsel, who thereafter filed a petition to withdraw, and a Turner-Finley letter analyzing Stoutenberger's claims and concluded they were without merit. The PCRA court denied counsel's petition and scheduled an evidentiary hearing. So essentially, if you don't know what this is, Stoutenberger is Nick Bate. I think everybody in chat figured it out by now. But if we just head over to Google and type in Nick Bate, like if you don't know who Nick Bate is, I would be fucking shocked. It's this fucking guy. This is his mugshot. It's oddly one of his most flattering pictures. Essentially, what he tried to do, from what I could read, is he tried to appeal a sentence as soon as he got convicted, and then in 2017, he again tried to appeal it, saying that his court-appointed attorney didn't do a good enough job helping him, and he should be given a second trial, and that was denied. Nick Bate going to prison was probably one of the like him going to jail. I think that was one of the few times I've thrown confetti, like a confetti animation on top of the entire site. How is he doing in prison? I don't know. I tried to send him a letter one time to jail, but he didn't respond. He's totally gonna fucking die though. Well, he's probably not, like, even once his somebody said 38 years, even once his sentence is up, assuming he gets the full 40 years, which he probably will, assuming he doesn't die before then, which he probably will, they're probably not going to let him go. Because in the U.S., if somebody is convicted of a sex offense, they can essentially be held forever in like pedophile concentration camps disguised as hospitals for rehabilitation. You can't rehabilitate a pedophile, so they just say, whenever the issue comes up of letting him out, they just say he's not rehabilitated, and they keep him for longer. I didn't plan to show too much, but I want to see, do I have archives of this guy's shit? Because I don't think everybody knows exactly how bad Nick Bate was. Oh God, this is like a phone call. What's this? It's gonna get me banned from YouTube.
County Prison Inmate Information System. You may make your selection.
Oh, this is me navigating the jail.
If you have concerns about an inmate,
the jail
mental
auto
health
dialer. Keep going, little guy. You got it.
Information about an individual inmate that is currently detained. Please say inmate or press 2. For information about the facility, to look up an inmate by name, say name.
It's the servers. Wait, there it goes. Nicholas Stoutzenberger. That's my voice. This is me doing this.
Sorry, I didn't find boss Boyd Stoutzenberger, who is 24 years old. If this name is correct, this inmate's records, which were last updated at 2:33 p.m.
This is like the day he got arrested. I called them up to ask for it.
At this time, for charge information for this inmate, please.
Oh man, I wish. Let me try to find the albums that he did. Nick Bate album, because he posted like a series of music videos, or not music videos, but of songs, like a proper album of shit. And I don't know if anybody actually has this. Because he like this shit he sang about was like mind blowing. Like he completely fucked himself. If anybody, I'm looking at chat. If you guys actually have, oh, is this it? This is just the entire all of his videos, I guess.
Sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check. Doing another sound check, baby, tonight.
Okay, as this plays, I want you guys to tell me in chat, in either chat. I'll just be listening or watching it as it plays. Tell me how much sympathy you guys have for Nick Bate as this demo plays.
My wife and also some children in their butts, but the latter is only if my wife says I can, which she probably won't, so I guess I'll just do my wife.
Do you guys feel bad for him?
Blowing up the U.S. Blowing up the U.S.
I'm not seeing too much sympathy for him.
Blowing up the U.S. 'Cause the U.S. really sucks.
Didn't he beat his mother? I don't know.
Not a kitten. In fact, I rarely am.
Oh jeez, I'm seeing a lot of zeros for no sympathy.
Anal rape. Anal rape. Anal rape.
He beat his mom with a 2x4? I don't even remember that.
Anally raping children, then disemboweling and force
Oh, this is the best one.
their own intestines. Damn, son.
Wait, I want to hear that one again. Sing it. Sing it again loud and clear for the courtroom, Nick.
Anally raping children, then disemboweling and force feeding them their own intestines.
Did he sing this in the courtroom? No, he plays the shit on the harmonica in his prison cell.
Baby, I have rabies. Something like that, I don't know. Do the doggy disco tonight. Do the doggy disco.
He wrote Text Companions.
Feeling alright. I'm gonna lick the anus of Anna. Gonna stick it in Anna's butt. Gonna do it in Anna's butt. I'm gonna lick Anna's butt.
I feel like I'm going insane listening to this.
Butts, butts, butts.
Oh, I can't wait for vagina to suck.
Everybody's poo Every day is like feces.
I bet his roommate loves him.
Wow, no, this is just... I frickin' hate vaginas. Vaginas really suck. Anuses are the only thing
Yeah.
that I
Anna,
like to fuck.
I guess I'm surprised by how many people don't know who Nick Bate is. To give you, like, this is he's a proper locale from like Encyclopedia Germanica days, and his ED article is, I think, if I remember correctly, it's actually accurate. Because a lot of this was documented on ED, and that's where the prosecutors pulled some shit to show, the court to say not only does this allegation exist against him, but he's been talking about raping kids for fucking years, and it's been documented by citizen websites. Oh, he did not get out. He did not get out. He's been appealing his sentence for fucking years, but this latest appeal has been denied. Like, this is going to be the only content we get from Nick Bate ever. Like, ever again, because you can appeal your sentence, like, I think indefinitely. I can't imagine that they have a cap on it. Perhaps they do, but like every year we're just going to get another denial for his for a petition for a retrial, or a petition for a reduced sentence, a petition for relief. He's just going to get denied over and over again, and it's never going to stop. Why is he still alive? Because we don't have executions. We don't kill enough people in this country. I'm talking legally kill YouTube. I'm talking actual state-mandated executions. We don't have enough of those. Fuck you, people. I will one day. I'll take speech therapy classes, and I'll be able to say "over" correctly. But until that day, it's "over" and "under." Oh, jeez. Let's go back to this because I want to read this. This is the thing I remember being so happy when he went to jail, simply because I knew after he went to jail I would never have to read another thing he wrote with the word "a boot." I don't know what the fuck it is about him, but whenever he writes "about," he writes it "a boot." He literally writes it "a boot." And I fucking hated that. I hated that more than the fact that he was a pedophile. Like, just don't do this. Don't do this. And he would go out of his way to include a couple of boots in every message. And it was fucking contemptuous. I hated it. Don't link the video with him masturbating with poo. I don't think I can do that. I would get fucking mega banned for that shit. Yeah, wasn't that his like defense? Like when they were putting charges against him, he like showed the prosecution showing that he masturbated with his own shit as like lube, and then told the prosecution that he couldn't rape a woman because he's into feces, and the rape allegations didn't include feces at all, so therefore the rape couldn't have happened. The gambit he played did not work. Actually, since we're on a fucking nostalgia trip right now, I'm not linking the video with him jerking off with shit. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Let me find a great clip. Oh, can I find the video? Everything. Oh, shit. Is this it? I'm so excited. Please be it. I will link this. This is an account of one of our users named Saul Goodman, rest in peace, went to the actual trial and reported it to the forum. And I've linked it. That's the post with his account of the story. Oh, this is it. Oh, this is totally fucking it. Oh, fuck yes. Okay, let's get rid of this fucking rape song and watch this. Let's just take a second for a moment of zen. The pedophile shuffle. This is literally just some guy, one of our forum users, standing there with a camera, and I guess it's completely legal to do this. Because, that's a cop. If it wasn't legal, they wouldn't allow it. Ah. Best way to predict hair loss. Fuck off. Is there anything else interesting? Oh yeah, he wrote horrible fucking art. He dressed up in drag. I don't even. Did he consider himself a tranny? Does anybody know if he considered himself to be like a woman, or is this just more weird shit that he did? This is so fucking goodbye horses. It's crazy. I think that's intentional. His whole thing was like being a crazy person to get attention. Look at this fucking cat. Even the cat knows. Or kitty. Oh shit! You can see it. You can see it in this picture. Is there a good? It's not on this. Let me check ED. I have to check in a different window though. But let me check chat. Did we come to a consensus if he considered himself to be a tranny? I don't remember. I don't think he did. Let me try to find a really good picture of his fucking mouth. I know there's a really good one out there somewhere. Oh god, that's too good. I don't know if I can show that. He looked here. This one looks decent. Like you can see his entire his front teeth is just buckled, like they're like it's just mangled fucking mush mouth. This don't look if you have a weak constitution. I'm warning you. Like that's some shit that's just rotting in his fucking mouth. They don't have good dental hygiene in prison, if you're wondering. They just rip out teeth. Like if you have any tooth problems whatsoever, they just rip that shit out. Oh, don't eat shit and your teeth won't be like that. That's probably good fucking advice, to be completely honest. See, there's no good there's no like funny stories to tell with Nick Bate. He was around for fucking years. For years and years, just talking endlessly about how he wanted to like rape kids and force this woman into being his sex slave. And he only wanted to do anal with her because he wasn't into vaginal. And he would say boot a lot. And he talked about how he molested his cousin. And he was out, like, he didn't get charged for like 8 fucking years. And he just posted this inane fucking bullshit. Here's another one of his fucking teeth pictures. It's awful. Now he's in prison and he's trying to help himself, but it's not gonna work. Is there anything else interesting with this? Testified that the victim fabricated a specific claim against him, i.e. that the abusive incident took place at his mother's store. According to Stautzenberger, the incident could not have happened because the store didn't come into being until after the alleged incident took place. However, on cross-examination, Stautzenberger acknowledged that Commonwealth did not charge him for any alleged incident that occurred at his mother's store. So he's alleging that certain things happened at a place that didn't exist, but that wasn't relevant to his conviction. Finally, regarding the excerpts of the chat log, Stautzenberger renewed assertions first made during his trial that a sexual encounter described therein was fictional. According to Stautzenberger, the excerpts lacked proper context, and moreover, trial counsel should have highlighted inconsistencies between the chat log and the victim's accusations. On cross-examination, Stautzenberger acknowledged that the abbreviated form of the chat logs were discussed at trial. Stautzenberger also conceded that he was unsure whether the unedited version existed. Stautzenberg's trial counsel also testified at the hearing. Counsel could not recall whether Stautzenberg had voiced concerns over the apparent discrepancy between him when his mother had opened the store and when the alleged incident had occurred there. Nevertheless, counsel testified that he would have raised the concern if Stautzenberger had told him. On the briefings, PCR court denied relief. Stautzenberg timely appealed and filed a court order statement. In response, PCRA court directed our attention to the previously issued appeal. Just asking questions. We review an order denying a petition under the PCRA to determine whether the findings of the PCRA court are supported by the recorded evidence of free and legal error. They're basically going over the laws and what they look for, not necessarily relevant to Nick Bate. Stoutenberg asserts trial counsel was ineffective. To be eligible for relief for an ineffectiveness claim, a petitioner must establish that a counsel's deficient performance so undermined the truth-determining process that no reliable abjudication of guilt or innocence could have taken place. And yes, I did try to ask Nick Rikita, not Nick Bate, Nick Rikita of Rikita Law to help me digest this. And unfortunately, the motherfucker has family, and it's like the day after Thanksgiving, so he's busy. Whatever the fuck that means. Fucking normies. To overcome this presumption, a petitioner must establish that the underlying claim has arguable merit, the counsel lacked a reasonable basis for his act or omission, and the petitioner suffered actual prejudice. But they're just saying that everything that happened in the trial was fucking legal, and the defense made no mistake. In the shit that he's mad that certain things weren't presented at trial, but they're telling him the shit that you're mad wasn't presented at trial had no relevance to the case. So your defense probably helped you by refusing to bring up the shit that you wanted to bring up in court. And finally, Stoutenberger preserved a claim asserting that trial counsel was ineffective for failing to present evidence of Stoutenberger's internet chat room conversations in its entirety, but rather allowed the Commonwealth to present only portions of the conversation. However, Stoutenberger has failed to develop any argument in support of this assertion. Accordingly, we deem the claim waived. We note further that Stoutenberger conceded during his testimony at the PCRA hearing that a complete transcription of chat log may not exist. Thus, this claim is too without merit. As each of his claims are without merit, Stoutenberger has failed to establish that trial counsel was ineffective. So he's fucked. I hope my reading voice put some people to bed, because I know everybody's tired. But he's completely fucked. And since I've got people's attention, I don't know if I'll be taking calls. I just wanted to be happy with people and share the good word. What the fuck has happened with Alex Mahan, the Yandere dev? A breakneck change of topic, but can anybody tell me what the fuck happened with him buying a subreddit? Does anybody know? I'm hawking chat right now. Tell me. Speak sweet words into my ears. Not going bald, you fucker. That's just YouTube and its algorithms lying about me as usual. Emails. Okay, let's bring attention to this. I'm gonna let me show you guys this shit, because this is unrelated to Alex Mahan. I do want to talk about Alex Mahan, but before I do that, some of you guys know about Kenny Jones. Kenny Jones is a retarded Zambo snake handler that I had a conversation with, and I published the conversation on YouTube. It's on this channel, and he essentially stalked Margaret. I don't know what the fuck her last name is. She's that right-wing alt-right thought with the shitbag on the front of her body. I know her Twitter handle is let me pull this up. This is a thing that anybody from the Ralph Retort Discord will know already. Twitter.com. I think it's Margaret's Belly. Oh, I spelled it right. This lady. He has been like dead ass fucking stalking this woman for over a year because he donated like a couple $100 to her new computer fund, and she stopped doing the videos that he liked. So now he feels entitled to like fucking harass and stalk her for fucking forever until she starts making videos again. And really, if you got 3 hours to burn and you want to listen to me talk to somebody who's even less articulate than me, do read that conversation. But ever since I recorded that video or recorded that conversation and posted it, there have been fucking weirdos. Weirdos. Absolute fucking weirdos. Even right now, the weirdos are among us. This guy left a comment on my video with the conversation and said that Kenny did nothing wrong. And now he's in this chat talking about how Kenny did nothing and you know it. And look, he's still there. He's still there. He's still talking. Elbear, get in my fucking Discord. I want to talk to you. If you get in my Discord right now, let me know. I will bring you on so you can talk about Kenny. Because look, Kenny is right. He's there. He's among us. And I don't know what the fuck his what their gambit is. Elbear is Kenny, you say? Oh, the plot thickens. Because I know there are multiple weirdos. There are multiple creepy stalkers. As Kenny says in his conversation, there is like a horde of stalker creepy weirdos who are still mad at Margaret for not making the videos that they want them to make. And ever since I posted that conversation, I have been getting multiple people who just show up at completely random in my comments on every video I publish. And they say, Kenny did nothing wrong. You know that Kenny did nothing wrong, Josh. And it's like, nigga, I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know your fucking weird shit with the poop bag lady. But you're fucking mad at the wrong guy. And they keep showing up. No, for people saying that you can fuck Margaret in the ass and she has a pristine, untainted butthole, I have news for you. When you get a colonoscopy, or whatever the fuck, a colostomy, when they take out your butthole tubes and they replace it with a shit bag, they sew up the butthole because it leads to nothing in your body. You can't fuck that hole. You can't. It would be like a you'd just be like coming into an abdomen, like the void in their abdomen. It would get infected. You can't do that. So no, for you people thinking that colostomy sex is the highest form of sex, you also can't have sex with their stoma. That's what you call the hole in the belly. You can't sex that either. I looked this up. I did research for hours trying to figure out what the logistics of colostomy anal sex are, and I've been told that no, you just don't do it. So yes. Anyways, Elbear, please get on my Discord and talk to me, Elbear. Because I wanna be friends with you. I wanna be best friends with you. I wanna hear how Kenny is right. How Kenny did nothing wrong. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, Alex Mahan. Do any of you fuckers play or not play? You can't play the game because it never got finished. But YandereSim. Or donate to that, because I know there's recent drama where he apparently bought a third-party subreddit about his game and now is ruling over it with an iron fist, and it might get him like in trouble because you're not supposed to pay money for subs. Oh, here we go. This is a tweet. How convenient. Thank you, person who sent this. Get out of here, Elbear. I'm tired of looking at you. It gets worse, folks, they say. That boy Nazo says. Not only did Yandere Dev buy the subreddit, but this is how he's running it. His first act was to approve a porn post from years ago. How classy. Oh, Jesus, is this pornography? Wait, is this? What? How strange. I think that's like the character from the game. There's like everybody who is interested in this game is like a weirdo teenager, little girl, and they give them money. They give them money to build this game. Actually, let's pull up Graphtreon. Yandere Simulator. Is that it? That's one of these things. Try YandereSim. I'm gonna find it. Try Yandere Dev. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find this fucking thing. Actually, Where are you, Patreon? What is it actually called? It is Yandere Dev. Why are you fucking lying to me, Graftron, you fucker? You have to put like an R in front of it, like Reddit? Yeah, so we put creator, whatever. Okay, all today. So he peaked. He's been doing this since 2015, April 2015. He's been going on for 2 years now. He peaked at about $5,000 a month for almost an entire year. No, about a fucking entire, more than an entire year at $5,000 a month. To put this into perspective, right? Like if you average this out, even at the start, it's like at $2,000. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, that it is 2 years at about $3,500 conservatively. So it's 24 times 3,500. That's $84,000 to develop this fucking game. And he repeatedly says that he's been working on this game for more hours a week than a regular dev. So he's saying he's working 60, 80 hours a week on Yandere Simulator. You know, this is now a video game live stream, okay? we're doing this. I was going to save this for a later date, but let me just pull this up and show people what the fuck this is. Hold up. I don't even know. Let me put it at the lowest fucking thing that I can. Take this off. And game capture. Let's see if this works. Look, a big red warning. This is a sandbox build for testing and debugging. This is not an official demo. Many features are missing or unfinished. The game contains violent content. This is not appropriate for children's.
Yandere Simulator is supported by the following sponsors.
Okay. All this shit. Jeez. Okay, it is working. So, how do I? Ah! What the fuck? What the? Stop it! I just want to play the game. Oh, Jesus. This is not going well. How do I make a game? I don't understand. Oh, there we go. I have to press the E key. What is your ideal lover? Oh. How do I select? Oh. I have no. Can I make him black? Oh, fuck yeah. I give him dreads? I want the Negro. Oh, fuck. There we go. Perfect. Or I can make him a Zambo. Let's make him a Zambo like Kenny. Perfect. I give him a snake. No snake. Okay, let's do this. Remember, this is $84,000 worth of work. I don't know why I just want to go. Yes, I'm sure. Play. Fuck.
I can't feel anything.
No, this is cringy already. This isn't good so far.
For as long as I can remember, I've never been able to feel emotions. I pretend to be normal when I'm around other people, but on the inside, I feel nothing. It's not as bad as it may sound.
Alright, this is my squeaky chair.
I know that I'm broken, but I don't care.
This is awful.
This is normal for me.
How do I skip this?
But everything changed when I met him.
I can't skip this. This is just awful.
For the first time, I felt something. A strong desire, a longing, a yearning, a craving. Now I finally understand what it means to be human.
She's a coal burner.
To be alive. I'm addicted to the way he makes me feel. I don't care about anything
I really
else.
wish I could skip this shit.
He is everything to me.
Oh,
and
geez.
now, someone is trying to take him from me.
Is it over?
She
No.
wants him.
Are you
but
fucking
not in the
kidding
same
me?
way that I want him.
I just want to play the
She
game.
could never appreciate him the way I do. She doesn't deserve him. He belongs
Seriously.
to me alone.
If
She
I-
has taught me a new emotion.
Not even escape works.
Rage.
Yeah, wait.
I want to stop her.
The G key. I did it.
Hey, do I know you?
Is this still going?
Do you have a problem with that?
There we go. Perfect.
I hope you may.
He's currently getting $3,500 a month for this. Oh, this is the best part of the game. Oh, I can find it. There we go. What panties should I wear? They do it. They have in-game effects. Bonus when convincing 2 students to fall in love. Oh god. Bonus when complimenting students. Faster run speed. That's my kind of panties. How do I leave? Why is my hair changing? What the fuck? I just I just want to go to school. I think I crashed it. No, there it is. Seriously, how do I? There's. Okay, can I go now? There we go. Oh, that's a great message. Any day now. Any day now. Did it crash? I think it crashed. Really? Really? I had to. Really? Really? Wait. I hear noise. It loaded. I just had to bang my keyboard enough. Perfect. Oh, it's the. Excellent. Okay, the performance is not that great. Can I kill somebody? How do I kill people? Chat. Oh god. I'm getting nauseous. Look, he's the only black kid at school. Let me say something. How do I... What, you can't talk to him because it goes into creepy mode?
Are you okay?
The voice acting on this is phenomenal. Here, just rub up against him. Sexually assault him. Why are they all wearing like Nazi armbands? What the fuck? I can't tell if like the AI is really awkward or like if Japanese people just march in lockstep. Is that accurate? I really wish the game would not fucking lock up every time I move. Stare at him.
Can I help you?
Stare at him.
Is something wrong? I'm a little concerned.
I don't understand what this does. Oh, Jesus.
Excuse me. Would you please stop doing that? You're scaring me.
You fucked up, lady. Wait. Look at all the people with armbands behind her.
I can never face my senpai again.
What the fuck does snap mean? I want to do this one. I guess I can't fucking use it then. When I last played this, there was a way to become Sans from Undertale and murder everybody with laser beams. And, I don't know if that's a thing anymore. Chat, tell me. I'll minimize the game. I think the game crashed again. Okay. YandereSim is not responding. Okay, that's enough. I think I've seen enough. That was $84,000 worth of game. Guys, was it worth it? Oh, it won't even close. I've demanded it to close and it's not going to close. Okay. Okay. It's over. It's all over now. I tried to snap. It wouldn't let me. I wanted to snap. I was ready to snap. The game was prohibiting me from doing that. He's got more to show than Chat Rat. Yeah, he's got more to show than Sargon with his Necromancer game. No, keep playing. I'll probably I'll try to play it again. I was thinking about maybe doing something on Alex Mahan on Saturday or Sunday, but I don't know. It's just his shit baffles me. And to give you an idea of what his fan base is like, when we started making fun of him, a 13-year-old black girl from Bronx started making sock accounts to shitpost awful shit like garbage on the Kiwi farms, and I eventually doxed her, and I called her mom, well, her stepmom, and he passed the phone to her dad, surprisingly, and I basically told her your child is a fucking feral fucking monster who is a monster, just on the internet being a fucking menace on my web zone. And she's playing a game about murdering people for a love interest. And you should be a parent. And he was like, oh, hell nah. And that solved the issue. I never heard from her again. He also, very briefly, there's a guy that tries to take down the Kiwi farms through any means possible. He has sent, I'll show you, this is not bullshit. He sent a bomb threat to a school near my house. And that got me swatted because he wrote it in my name, and he tried to get me in trouble and shit. No, that's a different. Who the fuck is it? Let's see. There it is, and. He's just fucking insane. No, it's not Kingle. I like this. This cop looks really intimidating. At this school, he would probably stop a school shooter. Where's the video of him talking? There is a video of it. Do they not have it on this article? Oh, you fuckers. Is that it? I think so. Yeah, this has to be it. Where's the fucking video of it? That's them talking about it. Let's try video. No. I can't find it with the next one. Okaloosa County, no credible threat exists. School. Alright, I've seen the video for this, and I wanted to show it just real quick. This is the kind of bullshit I put up with all the fucking time regarding the fucking forum, because this guy is so desperate to get the site shut down. I don't want to say it because if I say his name, he will literally dox high-ranking members of YouTube and start calling them pedophiles until they take down my channel, and they absolutely will take down my channel. So I can't say that, but he got into contact with Alex Mahan and was saying I can help you take down your Kiwi Farms thread if you help me do some shit, help me propagate the anti-Kiwi Farms message. And he claims he didn't do anything to help. He was just on a mailing list. He didn't even ask to be on. But just the fact that he was on that fucking mailing list and didn't ask to be taken off because the guy was a fucking insane person. I don't know. This guy can go fuck himself. He has spent tens of thousands of dollars of other people's money, and you saw the product. You saw what that, and he made this video, this embarrassing, cringe-inducing fucking video that I guess we can watch.
Imagine
I want to show
in
you
the
one
following
particular
situation.
part from this video.
This is you, and
hold up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is
in any information that might debunk the narrative they want to believe in. They've placed you into a category, and once you're in that category,
into the garbage you go, lady.
forever.
To the
They are
trash.
also convinced that you don't deserve any empathy or compassion whatsoever, and that the only thing you deserve is mockery and humiliation.
Oh, you can't see it.
If you try
No!
to explain that they've
Oh
miscast
no. Okay, let's back up a bit.
it's clear that
We
you are
have to watch it, I'm
100%
sorry.
willing to answer any questions they have, they simply won't ever contact you to get your side of the story. They're not interested in any information that might debunk.
I should explain the voice actors you hear in the game, the models you see in the game, the textures you see in the game, the UI interface you see in the game, and the art for this video are donated by fans of the game without any compensation whatsoever. And he's making thousands of dollars a month. He could pay people, a tithe for their assets, but he doesn't. He keeps it, and he has like a slave army of like teenagers building this shit
The
for him.
narrative they want to believe in. They've placed you into a category.
Yes, this is Alex.
And once you're in that category, they are convinced that you belong there
Into
forever.
the trash.
They are also convinced that you don't deserve any empathy or compassion whatsoever, and that the only thing you deserve is mockery and humiliation. If you try to explain that
Let
they've
me out of the
miscategorized
trash,
you,
goblin.
and that you're not any of the things they think you are, you're only going to be ridiculed further.
Ah, eat shit, thought.
You might try to prove
The
that they're
gone.
wrong about you by remaining on your best behavior for as long as possible, but it won't help. Anytime you ever say anything, no matter how harmless,
Okay, this is all bullshit. He says the same exact fucking thing, or like repeatedly throughout this video. I like this part. Hold up.
your name, to try and harm your reputation even more. If you ever attempt to defend yourself or clear up misunderstandings, you will be laughed at. If you ever express anger at the people who are tormenting you, you will be laughed at. If you ever try to put a stop to the smear campaign against you, you will be laughed at. No matter what you do, they will always invent some new reason
They're not
to
goblins,
keep ridiculing
they're
you
gremlins.
and harassing you. Well, if we're going to keep talking about these people, we need a name for them. We can't call them trolls because many of them aren't interested in provoking you directly. We can't call them liars because they actually believe all of the ridiculous things they say about you. And when they try to paint a twisted picture of you using cherry-picked information and out-of-context screenshots, they are technically using words you've actually said. And we can't call them critics
Judith.
because they aren't judging you, they are judging a twisted image of you that only exists inside their imaginations. So, what do we call them? Well, during World War II, there was a series of workplace safety posters that featured little creatures called gremlins. Gremlins were depicted sabotaging aircraft and machinery. Because these people are sabotaging your life, we'll call them gremlins for short.
Gremlins.
Now, think back to the first sentence of this video. Imagine yourself in the following situation. Have you been imagining how you would feel if you were in this girl's position? How do you think you would handle it? You might say, I would handle it with dignity and grace. I wouldn't let them get to me.
Is this the part where he
I'd
does the
prove them
thing?
all wrong. Well, that's how
No, it goes
everyone
on for another
imagines they
fucking
would handle a difficult
40
situation.
fucking minutes.
But in reality, it's not that simple.
Where is it?
If you are treated like
Where is it?
garbage for an extended period of time, it's going to affect your mood. You're going to become stressed out. You're going to become frustrated. You're
It's at
going
the
to
very
become
end.
depressed.
Okay.
That's not a rhetorical question. I genuinely want
Well, let's back
to
up a bit.
melts away, replaced with anger and bitterness. Accused of being lazy or incompetent,
Which he
because
is.
you are depressed and demotivated thanks to all the harassment. How would you feel if you were in this situation? That's not a rhetorical question. I genuinely want to hear your answer. How would you feel if you were in this situation? What would you do in order to get out of it? How much of this do you think you could take? How long do you think you could last
What would you do,
until
chat? Tell me.
you've had enough?
You're being accosted
At
by
what point
gremlins.
would
What do you do?
consider abandoning your project?
Goblinos.
It's not worth the abuse you're receiving. By now, you've probably realized who this video is really about.
Dun dun dun.
Tell me, what am I supposed to do in this situation?
Kill the author of
I've
that.
included a poll
That's
in the
violent.
video description. I'd appreciate it if you'd vote.
If I were him, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm being paid a lot of fucking money to do something and it's not getting done, I would just do it. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, he made a poll me and a straw poll. Let's see what the results are for that. Yes, I'm concerned with some of the things this is obviously what I voted. I'm concerned with some of the things I've heard, and I want you to address what people are saying. No, I don't care about the... Holy shit, 132,000 fucking people? What are the results for this? Yeah, it's the exact same fucking thing. It's like tens of thousands of fucking votes. And it's just... it's just bullshit. And he keeps going on. Like, he doesn't want to make a video game. He just wants to fucking, he just wants to cry. I don't know if I can show you this. I'll try to. But, if I boot up the launcher for the game, sorry, wrong one. It has a link to his website. I can click, donate. That's it. Oh no, wrong one. If you go to contact, he has this. Here's a massive fucking spurt. He claims that he responds and reads to every email he receives. Every single email he receives, he has to read and respond to. So he whines that he has to spend like 12 hours a day. His entire workday is being flushed down the toilet because he has to fucking he has to read emails and respond to them instead of just not doing that. Or using his slave army to read his emails for him. He is addicted to checking his mail and checking Reddit. And he has like this guide. Yandere Dev gets too much email. Sending Yandere Dev an email will slow down the game's development. Do not email Yandere Dev with suggestions, questions, or requests. Only email Yandere Dev if you're reporting a bug, volunteering to help, making a business inquiry, because this guy is fucking business material, or concerned and requesting clarification, which is like, oh, the troll said something. Can you write me a fucking 5-paragraph essay about how the trolls are wrong? And this link, let's watch this. I know exactly what this is. Where is it? This nigga deleted this video. This motherfucker. Ooh. You fucker. You fucker. Where is it? Where is it? Video. Show me. Is this it? Is this the backup? Yes, this is. You fucker.
Because it's not going to work. The only way you can help me solve my email problems is if you stop sending me emails.
Oh, that's like a gay remix. I want the original. Why don't I have this archive? God damn it. God damn it. Alex. I better have this. Oh, fuck me. Where is it? God damn it. Is this it?
Okay. Now that I have uploaded 2 videos begging people to stop sending me so many emails, I am guaranteed to receive less email in the future. Time to go to bed. It's the start of a brand new day. Time to check my email. I bet I got way less than usual. Seriously?
See, this is why you can't trust pre-rendered footage, because we just played the game and it looked nothing like that. This looks like a more fun game. This is like Papers, Please, but with emails. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna. I can't believe it's gone. I'm so butthurt. I'm so anally fucking ravaged right now. Over the missing video. If anybody has the video, please slip into my DMs with that video. What the fuck is with the angry mother? Let's watch this. What is this?
Hi, Yandere Dev. I'm a 27-year-old mom of 4 children and a stepdaughter.
Well, let's just pause it right there to remind ourselves that the Anglo menace must be extinguished for there to be peace on Earth.
I'm very strict on what my children play and watch. Last night, my stepdaughter, who is 10 years old,
1.5 speed. That's
says
a great
to me
idea.
she started playing a new game called Yandere Simulator. She then tells me it's
This sounds like a normal person talking.
My initial thoughts are, great, what else are people making that kids can get their hands on? But I took it upon myself to Google the game and find out exactly what it is. I was absolutely horrified to find that my lovely, innocent stepdaughter was playing a game where she is obsessed with a male and that she would stop any other females dating him. Whether that meant finding this girl a new BF, fair play, but then kidnapping, locking her in your cellar, and even murdering the girl. What's worse, you then have to hide the evidence, clean up the blood, get rid of weapons with fingerprints, and incinerate the body. Children are playing your game, and you obviously have no concerns of what happens to the children in our world. They are our next generation.
It's still slow.
And games, TV programs, etc. have a huge impact in our child's development. Children are not playing your game. What makes things worse is when you go to download the game, it's all pretty, with love hearts, and what sort of a picture does that paint? Are you really sick in the head? Like me, No. Do something about it, before mothers like me take actions further. I hope you can appreciate my concerns and accept responsibility for what you are planting in our children's brains.
This has to be
Yours
British.
faithfully.
Somebody said they might be Australian. I don't think so. That's British. I can tell. Don't you fuck with me. I'm super butthurt. Did anybody find the original email video? Because that shit is comedy fucking gold. What else do I have archived? I had to privatize a video. MKV. This will take way too long to download. Let me try it anyway. Oh, is it already done? That's awesome. Where did it go? Go, little guy, go. Why is it taking... What? I'm not gonna wait 6 hours. Fuck you. Fucker. Watch this instead. This won't take 6 hours to watch. I hate downloading shit from my own archive because I have bandwidth limitations for downloading shit. And usually I rely on Cloudflare to make it faster, but for really super big videos you can't always rely on
That's why I
Cloudflare.
work on Yandere Simulator 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and don't take any vacations.
Okay, I want you to listen to that. He said, let me just replay it.
This is why I work on Yandere Simulator 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and don't take any vacations.
12 hours a day, 7 days a week for 2 years to make the game that we just played. You might need to find a different passion than fucking video game shit, because that's unacceptable. That's not
Don't
right.
take any vacations.
think
Take
this
any
is-
vacations.
Take any vacations.
I think this
So
is an
for the
edit.
next 2 weeks, I'm going to take some time off.
Oh yeah. Hold up. Where the
Those are some big busty boobies. Can I make my boobies bigger? That's how I like them. That's how I... To see a giant hole where nothing happened except for Yandere Simulator. Though I devote almost every single hour of my life to Yandere Simulator, I've made 0 code-related progress. I never get to use that money to enjoy myself. Scratching my ass.
Yandere Simulator, it is a cool concept, and it is progressing, however, extremely slowly. It saddens me to say that possibly there are foundational errors in the programming that are actually going to make the game extremely difficult to progress to a good level where it
I'll talk about that in a second, because I do know a little bit about that.
can be played as a normal game without bugs or glitches.
Those are just asset store shit that he bought, which is fine. You can buy assets. I can't care enough for that shit.
Could it be the fact that the game involves school children? School children's, school children's, school children's, school children's, school children's, school children?
Oh, they banned the game on Twitch.
Lacked the will to even concern herself with it. She simply
Oh, Jesus.
To do this, that's a bit of like a punch in the dick, isn't it? And you're calling this person's hard work a stupid mod.
Oh, this is a nice little video somebody did to shit all over him. Well, isn't that cute? Let's bring up his Twitch. What's he doing on the Twitch? Is he streaming right now? He's been playing Hitman 2. I realized that I think Yandere Simulator is supposed to be based off of a Hitman game. Does he have videos in the archive? He does. 86 views. Nobody watches him play these fucking games. I want his face. Oh, there's his face. Yeah. Show me. Where's his face at? Oh, jeez. He doesn't look in good shape. He looks a lot older than I thought he was. Look at the face of regret and sadness.
Up here? He's coming up here.
Ooh.
I don't know why my current action has led him to come up here. Maybe there was some crucial story thing I was supposed to find, and if only I had found that story thing.
12 hours a day, 7 days a
I would know
week.
what's up.
Which I know,
Seems to be heading over there.
There's no issue with taking breaks
Well,
and shit, but it's earned. You have to like see
carrying
progress
scissors,
and
by
shit
the
for
way.
people not to make jokes at your expense when you take breaks.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what direction.
He looks like an old man,
but
like a really old man, like somebody who should have no interest whatsoever in the Yandere culture. You know what I mean? But he gets.
trying to
I mean,
fix it
he's
himself.
the one getting paid $3,500 a month for this shit. I don't get paid that much. Whatever. I'm bored of that. I want that to end. What's this?
those are some big busty boobies.
I really don't want to hear this a second time. Oh no. It keeps going. It keeps going. Stop it. Please. I beg of you. Why is this? Ah! Ah! I really wish I hadn't have saved that. That was a mistake. What's this? This is from Edo. Yeah. Oh, did I totally watched something on Twitch that nobody could see, didn't I? I apologize for that. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Holy fucking damn. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, wow. He's got some anger issues. Wait, did you guys actually get to see the Twitch clip that I played? Because that was his face. I don't know if I think I did show it correctly on Firefox. I'm a little bit fucking butthurt about this. Let me try to search this YouTube tag and find it. Maybe there's an archive of it. Is this from the emails? Oh, it's like a remix. See, you fucking kids.
As of today,
Yes.
Yandere Simulator
Yes.
has been in development for 2 years.
I'm gonna save
Happy
him this right
birthday,
now.
Yandere-chan. I think that this is the appropriate time to make a video about the biggest obstacle that I am facing. If this one obstacle could be removed, I would have much more time to work on the game, and the game's development would go by much faster. The problem is email. This is a problem that I have mentioned various times in previous videos and blog posts. You're probably sick of hearing about it by now. I'm certainly sick of talking about it. I'd love to stop bringing up this subject, but that can only happen when it stops being the biggest problem I'm facing.
Imagine, if you will, chat, my lovely, beautiful chat, if the biggest problem in your life was that too many people were emailing you. You've got $5,000 a month, because he was making $5,000 a month at this time. And his biggest issue was that his adoring fans sent him too much email. Like, get the fuck over it, bro. You're like 80. You're just fucking deal with it.
I receive an avalanche of emails every single day. Depending on how much email I get, sometimes I spend between 8 and 12 hours going through my email, leaving me with no time left in the day to write code for the game. If I received half as much email, I would have twice as much time to work on the game, and the game's development would go by twice as fast. Do you want Yandere Simulator in 2019 or 2022? When you send me a stupid email, you are actively sabotaging the game's development. If you want this game to come out faster, you should not email me unless it's absolutely necessary. In this video, I'm going to explain what types of emails are a complete waste of my time and should never be sent. The emails that I receive fall into 5 categories: volunteers, bug reports, questions, suggestions, and fan works. The first category is volunteers.
Oh, this is where he talks about how he doesn't pay anybody.
Since the beginning of Yandere Simulator's development, a multitude of very skilled people have
like the people who edited and animated that
volunteered
fucking
to help
Gremlins video.
create various assets for the game. I cannot create models, draw art, animate characters, compose music, or voice act. So volunteers are essential to the game's development. Speaking with volunteers takes up the majority of my time.
I thought emails did.
When I am requesting anything from a volunteer, I spend a lot of time describing exactly how I want it to look, and I spend a lot of time searching for reference images.
You will do it right,
example,
and you will do it for
if
free.
I request a 3D model of a laptop, I search for images of the exact type of laptop I want. If I request an animation of a
What the
character
fuck is he
burning to
talking
death,
about?
I search for an animation where a character dies from fire. If I want a character to be illustrated, I search for similar characters to use as reference. If I want a music track, I search for a pre-existing track that...
Can you imagine? This was published on 2016, January, February, March 2nd. Can you imagine being one of this guy's Patreons and watching this video and thinking to yourself, okay, he just said that the majority of his time is spent talking to unpaid, like, minor servants who he tells or who he instructs on how to rip shit off correctly. Like, just, like, I can't imagine giving this guy money, seeing this video, and then being like, oh, I should continue to give him money because his priorities are fucking in line.
That sounds similar, etc. After the volunteer has finished creating whatever I asked for, I provide them with feedback and critique, and they revise their work. This process continues until they deliver exactly what I need. Finding reference and providing feedback is a time-consuming process, but the results are always worth it. Yandere Simulator depends on volunteers. Without the volunteers, I could never have made as much progress as I have. With that said, it's possible for some volunteers to be obstacles. Every day, dozens of people, honestly, dozens, contact me and volunteer to contribute to the game. Unfortunately, only about 10% of them actually meet my standards. The majority of people who volunteer for artists produce artwork that looks like this. The majority of people who volunteer to be 3D modelers produce models that look like this.
Pays a Dan, Ralph.
Look, I'm grateful that there are people who want to help me. I appreciate the fact that there are people who are willing to volunteer for the game. It's heartwarming to hear from someone who is offering to lend me their time. But let's be realistic here. People have very high expectations for Yandere Simulator. People want YandereSim to have graphics that look like they belong in this decade. When was the last
Then
time
pay
you saw a
somebody.
video
Here, let
game
me show you
with
guys something.
artwork
I
that
do,
looked like
on the side, just for fun, I do a little bit of amateur game dev. If you want professional art, you go to something called ArtStation. You spell it right first so it shows up. No, it does show up regardless. You don't even need to spell it right. Just fucking spell it however you want to. First fucking thing you see, wow, look at this. Art made in this decade. You can pay these people for their work. This is this is AAA fucking work on contract prices. You pay them a couple $100. Like this, like there's no excuse. Actually, you know what? This League of Legends character thing, this fan art, this is clearly something that would fit in the art style of fucking YandereSim. Hire her. Anna May Strinkle. You know, like, she probably doesn't cost that much. There are people out there who are, like, want work, want money. You don't have to rely on children to do it for free. Look, this lady knows how to, or it's Diego Rudy. He's a sculptor. He can sculpt you some big busty boobies. He can do that. You just have to pay him a little bit of money. I'm just saying. It's preposterous. It's preposterous. Just fucking pay him.
this.
Pays it down.
I've been fortunate enough
I speed this
to be
up.
contacted by several extremely skilled individuals with years of professional experience who are willing to provide me with high-quality assets which look like they belong in a real video game. I am incredibly lucky that these talented people have generously offered to lend me their time. As a result, there is no reason for me to accept volunteers whose work is below professional quality. If you don't think that a video game company would hire you, you should not volunteer for Yandere Simulator. The majority of volunteers I hear from are 12...
Did you hear that? I know it's going a little bit faster. Let me slow it down so we can take a second to fucking appreciate what he just said.
hire you, you should no reason for me to accept volunteers whose work is below professional quality. If you don't think that a video game company would hire you, you should not volunteer for Yandere Simulator.
If you can't get a paying job doing what you do, don't offer to give your time away for free. Don't even bother, children. Shitty little children. Just don't even fucking bother.
Majority of volunteers I hear from are 12-year-old kids.
Then don't respond.
Look, I appreciate the fact that you want to help out, but I have never been impressed with artwork or models created by children. In general, just don't email me if you're under 18. Little kids shouldn't even be playing a game like Yandere Simulator. Seriously, where are your parents? If you do volunteer, you must remember to show me examples of your work. If someone volunteers to help me out, and they don't include any examples of their previous work, I immediately delete their email and move on to the next one. I'm not going to waste my time typing an email that says, I don't know whether or not I want your help. I haven't even seen what your work looks like yet. Show me what your work looks like first. Please don't volunteer to translate the game into other languages. At this point in time, I am constantly changing words in the game's English script. If you translate the game right now in its current state, your translation will quickly become outdated. I don't want to constantly update the game's translation every time I change the game's script, so that's why nobody should send me translations at this point in time. After the game's English script is final, I will make a post on my blog.
He is endowed with a mighty large proboscis. I must admit, I must confess my admiration.
To translate the game. The next category is bug reports. Yandere Simulator in its current...
I was not planning on watching all of this, but I can't look away. Like, this is unbelievable. I can't believe he actually published this.
Form is not a game.
Oh, I have to put this
back. A game is something with win conditions and loss conditions.
Loss?
If
is this loss?
If you can't win or can't lose, it's not a game. Yandere Simulator, in its current form, is a sandbox with a bunch of toys in it. It's a debug build. The purpose is right there in the name, debug. I provide these builds so that people can report bugs. That's it. Nobody should expect these builds to be fun at all.
I'm playing Pin the Tail and the Donkey right here. You're fucking with me.
Like the volunteers, people who report bugs are heroes who are helping the game get closer to completion. However, just as some volunteers can waste my time, some bug reporters can waste my time too.
Okay, he's just killing me. Like, volunteers are wasting my time. Like, people who are unqualified, like, who just don't have the mechanical know-how to help with the shit they want to help with, offer to help all the time with the forum. And, if you don't want the help, you just politely say, I really appreciate the offer. Thanks for the support. But, I just don't need it. Or, there's other shit going on. Like, you don't say, like, you're wasting my time. I'm a very busy man. I could be streaming about a man who masturbates with his own shit right now, but you're wasting my fucking time. You gotta get the fuck out of here, kiddo.
Here are a set of rules that you should follow if you want to report bugs, but want to avoid wasting my time. Do not report bugs that you saw in a Let's Play video. New builds are uploaded very frequently, so YouTube videos become outdated very quickly. If you only encounter a bug once and you cannot cause it to happen again, do not bother reporting it. Only report a bug if you can successfully trigger the bug any time you try to make it happen. Only report a bug if you can tell me exactly what I must do to experience it for myself. Do not report bugs.
I keep pausing this because he keeps making me angry. Like, this is a little bit up in my realm. I know how to deal with this shit. Let's pause this for a second. Hide his fucking face. There's a way to describe what he's describing. There's something like I think this is it. Is this what I'm looking for? No, this is just actual bug spray. Okay. Let me try Google. I think that would be better. I like DuckDuckGo, but sometimes for no, because Google's not fucking helping. God damn it! Oh, it's not bug spray. It's fly spray. But you can show people. You guys, where's the fucking? Oh, there we go. Like, okay, this is something called fly spray. If you're using like a community managed kind of thing where you need people to report bugs, you can use systems like this to manage your bug reports. In fact, a better example even would be GitHub. I don't know if his game is open source. Probably not, because I think it's shit, and he likes to hide the fact that it's shit. But let's see. I just gotta find any random project. Doodle Master. That sounds perfect. Oh, well, way to go. Oh, okay. If we go to close, look, see, on GitHub you can report issues. Module not found error, and there's usually when you report errors, larger projects especially will have something like reporting rules, and they specifically ask when you go ahead and report a bug that you do it in a certain way. In fact, I think a good example of this would be Laravel, the Laravel framework. If you go to issues, or maybe not, maybe they have their own bug reporting thing. But like you open the issue, you try to type into it, and it will fill it up with things to answer. It'll have fields, and it'll say like, okay, you're reporting a bug. On the bottom left-hand side of your screen, it'll have a version number. Enter in your version number. Are you on Windows? Are you on Linux? Are you on Macintosh? And then it'll be like, describe how do you reproduce the bug. If it's an intermittent bug, which is when he says that if you can't make it happen repeatedly, claim that it's intermittent. Or if it is, you have to describe what you were doing at the time. And people who also bump into the intermittent bug will help you by reporting it themselves. It's not all through email. Again, if you go to his website, his bug reporting, like it has this, but then he says email me. It just says email me. You get read, yes. And then like it's not a form though. You just go to the contact page, you type in I understand, you get this, I want to report a bug, did you read it all? Yes, and then you get this email address and you can send it there. And since I'm on the topic, since I'm fucking ranting and interrupting this anyways, let me open up Gmail and try to find this. Or maybe I can just Google image search it, because he did. We'll get back to the video, but I want to show you my only interaction with this fucking guy. I don't think I'll be able to. It's buried in that thread somewhere. That's a bummer. But I had some email correspondence with him, and he was basically just an asshole. Oh well, okay. Let's get back to this fucking guy talking about shit.
That only occur when you are using debug commands. Debug commands will not be available in the final game, so it's pointless to report bugs that result from them. Do not report bugs that can only occur through the use of mods. If something goes wrong when you're using a mod, it's the mod's fault, not my fault. Do not use vague language. Only use extremely specific and clear language. Do not attempt to tell jokes in your bug report. Only give
no
me
jokes.
The facts.
No jokes. Only the
This
facts.
is going to sound weird, but do not report crashes. Every time anyone has ever sent me the output log of a crash, the bottom of the output log has always contained the same words. file name not available. This means that the game only crashed because the player was missing some files. The only solution is to re-download the game. If it keeps happening every time you download the game, please wait until I have released an official downloader/updater/launcher application that checks for file integrity. The next category is questions. I do not want to receive questions. Answering questions takes away time that I could have spent working on the game. Not only that, but 90% of the questions I hear are already answered in the FAQ. It's a complete waste of time for everyone involved. Don't send me questions.
No questions.
If you have a question about the game, you should either read the FAQ, find a place to discuss Yandere Simulator and ask your question there, or just wait until I release more information about the game. The next category is suggestions. I do not want to receive suggestions. 99% of the time that I get a suggestion from someone, their idea has already been suggested before, is already a planned feature of the game, does not fit in with the design of the game, is far beyond the scope of a one-man indie game with no budget, or it's just stupid. As I said at the beginning
Your
of this video,
ideas suck, children.
Yandere Simulator
Continue
has
to
been
give me
in
money.
development for 2 years now. I've received over 18,400 emails about the game. I've already heard every suggestion. There's nothing you can suggest that I haven't already heard dozens of times. Just don't suggest things. If I ever actually want suggestions, I'll ask for it using very specific language like, please send me suggestions. If I don't use those exact words, don't send me suggestions. Last category, fanworks. The only thing preventing me from going insane is, well, actually, I went insane a long time ago. But the only thing preventing me from snapping completely is seeing that people enjoy Yandere Simulator. I've always dreamed of creating something that would spawn a fandom. My lifelong aspiration has been to create something that would inspire people to create fan art and wear cosplay. When people dress up as Yandere Simulator characters or post really awesome illustrations, I feel like sacrificing several years of my life for this game was actually worth it. Even though fan art and cosplay don't actually advance the game's development, I really love seeing that sort of thing. So it's perfectly okay to show me your creations. I appreciate it a lot. And with that, I think I've finished discussing all of the different ways that email is slowing down the development of the game. Remember, don't volunteer unless you're over 18 and have professional experience. Don't email me with questions, requests, or suggestions. Don't send bug reports unless you're going to follow the instructions on the bug report page. Only email me if you're volunteering and have an impressive portfolio of high-quality work to show me, you're reporting a bug, and you're following the proper bug reporting steps, you represent a company or a publication, or you're sharing fan art or cosplay. In short, you can help Yandere Simulator's development go by twice as fast. All you have to do is not email me, unless it's extremely important. If you do send me a useless email, I'm probably just going to respond by linking you to this video. I'm sorry that I had to celebrate Yandere Simulator's 2nd anniversary by making a video about such an unpleasant topic, but it was necessary. Thank you for following the development of Yandere
Yandere Dev, Yandere Dev!
Oh
Why
no!
don't you just...
Stop. I know what you're going to say. You want to tell me to get a secretary, right? Many people have advised me to get a secretary to filter my emails and
But
answer
that
dumb
would involve
questions
me
for
paying somebody to
I
help me
dislike
with
this
development.
idea because I don't want to babysit a secretary until they're doing their job properly. I don't want to risk the secretary responding to questions incorrectly and spreading misinformation. I don't want to risk the secretary filtering my emails incorrectly.
I do not want
and
to
failing
yield
send
any
me
proportion of
important
control
emails.
over my game
I
to
don't
anybody
want to
else
risk
for
the
any
secretary
reason.
being lazy and going through my emails so slowly that I'm better off doing it myself. And I don't want to risk the secretary seeing spoilers or other confidential information and then talking about it on social media. In other words, I only trust myself to handle the task of checking my email and responding to questions and corresponding with volunteers. I don't want to risk someone else screwing things up.
Fucker,
So no,
you stupid
I
anime
won't
thought.
get a
The
secretary.
gun!
But that's not what I was going to say! I was going to ask, why don't you just make multiple email accounts?
How would that help? If I had separate email addresses for volunteers, bugs, business inquiries, and fan art, then I would constantly be logging out of and logging into different accounts.
Or you can use Thunderbird. You can use Thunderbird and import your fucking accounts and then manage them. You can set up email filters if the word suggestion appears in them. They get flagged and deleted. What the fuck? There's still 4 fucking
which would
minutes
cause
left.
me to lose even more time than I'm already losing. I would never make an email account where people can send me questions or suggestions because I don't want to hear questions or suggestions. Making separate email addresses doesn't actually solve any problems.
Well then, why don't you just...
Stop. Stop right there. After 2 years of this nonsense, I've already heard every single possible suggestion about how I can solve my email problem. There is no idea that you could possibly suggest that I haven't already shot down. So don't send me your brilliant ideas for how to solve my email problems, because it's not going to work. The only way you can help me solve my email problems is if you stop sending me emails.
Oh, hold up.
Okay.
Before we, I need an encore for that. Hold up.
And ideas for how to solve my email problems, because not going to work. The only way you can help me solve my email problems is if you stop sending me emails.
Okay.
I love streaming so much. Doing my editorial process on the fly is way more fun than doing it in like Premiere.
You know, there was a point in time when I was a very nice and patient person. But working on this game for the past 2 years has been very stressful, and it has sucked all of the niceness out of me. I no longer have
But I am being
any
paid
patience
tens of
left.
thousands of dollars a year to
I've
continue.
started responding to emails using very harsh and abusive language. I'm not.
Look,
proud of
hold
myself for
up. Is that like a name of an anime character? Look up there. Midori Gurin? Oh, it has to be. I was like, did he dox somebody to fucking to make this. I think that's an anime character though.
And I'd like to stop, but it has become impossible to control my temper when I'm subjected to the same stupid garbage every hour of every day, despite the fact that I constantly ask people to stop. I'm only going to get grumpier and grouchier and angrier the longer this goes on.
Kill your mom.
Please
kill her,
stop
Alex.
sending
In
me
Minecraft.
stupid emails. Thank you for following the development of Yandere Simulator.
That was a fucking experience. How about you guys? Do you think that you're going to support Yandere Dev on Patterson now? Is there more shit? There's like so many videos. He puts out videos all the fucking time. Are there more? Can you guys think of any other, like, I know there are some Yandere people watching this now. Can you guys think of anything else that's funny? Because that was fucking hysterical. That was like perfect. That was amazing. It's like genuine fucking art. I'm checking the chat. Oh, this guy, he paid me like 2 hours ago to say toy boat 10 times fast. Toy boat, 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 toy boat. Why is that hard? Why is that difficult for me? I didn't even do it fast. I couldn't physically do it fast enough to complete that request. I apologize. Oh, there's let me just pull up the Alex Mahan thread and the Kiwi zone. I don't think the Kiwi Farms is one of the top results for some reason his locale wiki. There it is. I saw somebody compiling a bunch of screenshots and shit. It was Ride. He was screen capping a bunch of old shit that Alex had said. See, what the fuck? Why did this guy make his thing black? Spurg. He had screen capped a bunch of shit that Alex had said when he was really like young. This is from his Gaia Online. That's where this picture comes from. He does have a proboscis. He looks Greek though. He doesn't look like one of God's chosen. The fuck is this? Why are there so many spoilers? Stop using spoilers like this. It's illegible. I realize that Zix. Oh, that's like former fans and shit are getting banned because they post on the forum. This is just him being a retard. He bought, like, again, there were two different Yandere things on Reddit that were big. There was like Yandere Dev and then Yandere Simulator, and he like paid money for Yandere Simulator, and people are waiting for the fallout of that to happen. Oh, this is his code, by the way. This is a screenshot from him doing development on Twitch. If male equals false, if teacher equals false, female hair. Yeah, I don't know. Wait. That's not as bad. That's not as bad as some of the other screenshots I've seen. Like, some of his code and screenshots just looked awful. Oh, this is it. This is the original. If eye color equals white. What's really painful about this is I know for a fact from my experience with Unity is that it's like, okay, he's trying to make something. Number one, you should be using a case thing for this, not if else. But there is a way in Unity. Like you can just type color.white or something and get that color without having to define it like this. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But this is the quality of the code. He worked with TinyBuild for a while, which is like an indie game publisher. So after making all that money, he also got a publisher, right? And like TinyBuild very quickly put him in his place and tried to give him other developers to help him with his project, but he completely fucked that over. And ended up like, I don't know if they still have relations with him or if they gave up on him and canceled the deal. So if you know that, please type it in chat because I'm reading chat. Yeah, he didn't waste his fucking his life. He's been making fucking bank on it. I don't think he spends nearly as much time as he thinks he does. And like, you know, there are people who will help you. Just so you know, if you're developing a game and you somehow run into like tons of money, there are people who work on Unity games not as lead developers, but as contractors. Like in the same way you can go to ArtStation and find quality assets and contract good artists to help you with your game, you can find programmers who do the exact same thing, who work with Unity full time, just helping with, you know, artificial intelligence and pathfinding, shit like that, who will help you build your game for an agreed upon price, which is usually quite reasonable. So you're never lost. If you have money, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But he's such a control freak. He can't even let good volunteers in because, you know, he has to micromanage their every fucking action. Oh. Let's see. Chat. Any videos? Anybody think of anything else by this guy? Because if not, I'm just gonna him fucking bang. Let's watch that again. I want to see him yell and bang on his table again. That was quality fucking entertainment. Fuck. No, that's the big busty boobies. I don't want to watch that one again.
In the middle of one of my YouTube videos, I'm like, over the past 2 weeks, I have been working on Osana. However, she's not fucking ready yet. You motherfucking cocksuckers. Please be patient and wait for motherfucking Osana. Thank you for following the development of Yandere Simulator. Like, that would just be weird. Like, why do that? Why?
Fuck you, fans who pay me my money. Wait. No, that's the big one. I want the one where he's banging on the table. Wait, oh, that wasn't from the archive. That was from Ido. She posted this. There we go. This is the good stuff. Let me archive this as well. This is art. Dummy. How do I send this? How do I send this to the guy who made Cuphead? Ah. This is perfect. This is literally the best content possible for anything. I'm gonna find the guy who made Cuphead and send it to him. Cuphead developer. Studio and Metro. There we go. I have to do this on Chrome. I'm not logged in on Firefox. Where are you? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Let me pull it up so I can show people my work. My work of art. Come on. There we go. Okay. Good. I'm helping people discover each other's content. I think there's a good chance that somebody at Studio MDHR will see this and smile. And I enjoy sharing laughter with the people of the world. Because this is a stream about celebrating differences. What else has he done? I showed that video where he's complaining about gremlins. All this shit's unlocked. I'm not paying money. Fucking merchant. It's not happening. He's oh god, he's only 68th in adult games. What's the first? Dark Cookie. Oh no. I'm just curious. I want to see what the fuck this is. You know what? I probably shouldn't show this on stream. Let me look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's been removed. Okay. Vinoxo, that's the guy that draws the. He doesn't draw anything. He does the Flash games where you like get super mega raped by like giant monsters. If you want to make tons of money, by the way, become a furry and make horrible furry porn video game art. Look at that shit. $50,000 a month. Fuck you. I want $50,000 a month. I want that. Why can't I get $50,000 a month, chat? I'm so mad. I'm spitting. Bited. That's the word. Okay, that's Nick Bate. I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's all I can think of. I wish I was tempted to do an entire like regular proper stream on Alex, because Alex is just like, he's one of those people where you just want to yell at him. Like, if you did anything else besides what you actually do, you would be A-O-fucking-K. You would be just fine. But he is completely incapable of somebody sent me a link so I can actually see his Patreon post. Yif Party. That sounds alluring. February 2018 progress report. Let's read this. Even his fucking writing. Oh wait, this video. Oh, there it is.
There are a lot of features that I've wanted to put into Yandere Simulator for a very long time, but I simply never set aside the time to work on them. I decided to use the past few weeks to implement some of the features that have been waiting months or years to get into the game. For example, ever since I first put a corkboard into Yandere-chan's room, I've wanted to allow the player to decorate it with red strings. And now, this feature is finally in the game.
What?
It doesn't have any kind of meaningful effect on gameplay. This feature is only there so that the player can roleplay as an obsessed serial killer. Yandere Simulator is supposed to simulate the experience of being a yandere girl, so I think it needs a few features that exist purely to let the player step into the shoes of a psychotic, lovelorn girl. This is one of those features.
What?
One of the game's oldest features is that Yandere-chan becomes overwhelmed with emotion when she stands too close to Senpai. Her behavior frightens Senpai, who tells her to go away and leave him alone. For a long time, one of the most common complaints I've heard about the game was that Senpai seems rude for telling Yandere-chan to go away. This was probably because the animation she was performing didn't really communicate exactly how creepy she was being. As of now, Yandere-chan has new animations that she will play in Senpai's presence. The longer she spends around him, the weirder these animations get. You should now see an accurate representation of exactly how weird and creepy Yandere-chan gets when she's around Senpai. Many of the rooms in Yandere-chan's school are currently empty, because it hasn't been a high priority to decorate rooms with props while there are still core gameplay mechanics that need to go into the game. However, before I release a build that contains Osana.
Wait, so this is why the fucking okay, we couldn't figure out the controls when I played because he's obviously developing it for a fucking controller.
I want to make sure that the most important rooms, like the club rooms, are properly furnished. To get one step closer to that goal, I recently filled the art club with props. Additionally, the art club leader now has voiced lines. However, he might defy your expectations because he has a somewhat peculiar personality. Check out his profile on the official website if you want to learn more about him. I've always wanted Yandere Simulator School to feel like a very active place. With the addition of the student council and the bullies patrolling the school hallways, I think this is finally beginning to happen. But in order for the school to really feel alive, I think that there should be more events occurring throughout the school. These events would have absolutely nothing to do with Senpai, the rivals, or the game's story. These events would exist purely to make the school feel more alive and like each character has their own life and interests. The characters might discuss things that occur outside of school to add depth to Yandere Simulator's world. For example, these two characters will discuss a fictional anime that only exists within Yandere Simulator's world. As I discussed in my last video,
He makes $3,500 a month. He used to make $5,000.
React to murder. There is a hero persona, a coward persona, a phone addict persona, and so on. I've come up with an idea for a new type of persona. But what makes this character special is not the way they react to murder. It's the way they react to being bullied. I call it the fragile persona. Because if this type of character is pushed far enough, it's possible for them to break.
Will she shoot up her school?
First, you'll have to gossip about the fragile student in order to lower their
the
reputation until they are targeted by the school's bullies. Imagine that there are several different levels of bullying. The first level is bad-natured teasing, but the final level is extremely cruel torment that leaves mental scars and perhaps physical scars.
Oh jeez, wait, hold up. I think we need a visual aid. A visual aid to complement this diagram he's drawn for us. Oh jeez. I can't drag SVGs into fucking OBS. OBS, you're killing me. I'm trying to add visual aids to my display and you're fucking with me. Fucking with me. Okay, I got it. I'm getting good at getting stuff. There we go. Why is it so fucking big? God damn it. Fit to screen. That's what I want. That's what I want. Oh yeah. I need the visual aids to make this make sense for those of us who are behind
Once
the
the fragile student's reputation has been lowered,
is he
so
the fragile
far that they are being subjected.
Do you
to the
guys
most
think that he
severe
actually
level of
thinks he's the
bullying?
fragile student who's
Your
getting the
next
level
objective
5
is to
bullying, like
convince
in
the
real
fragile
life?
student that one person is to blame for all of their problems. To do this, you'll need to befriend one of the bullies and ask them to talk to another student, and then take a photo of the two characters talking. You'll know it worked if this icon appears at the top of the screen. Next, leave a note in the fragile student's locker saying that you'd like to meet them somewhere private to discuss the subject of bullying. When you meet them, you'll have the option to offer help.
I found your note.
Oh god,
What
more
do you
voice
want to
acting.
say?
I'm sorry to call you here like this, but I can't stay silent any longer. I know who's responsible for what you've been going through. Please, take
His name
me
was
to the
Josh.
station.
He's a fucker.
This is the person who spread rumors about you and ruined your reputation. I'm afraid that they aren't going to stop until they've destroyed your life.
So, everything that's happened to me,
Kill her.
Because of this
Kill her.
person? Thank you for telling me.
If this doesn't end in brutal decapitation, you failed me, Alex.
This. Goodbye.
Oh no. That's foreboding.
At this point, the fragile student has been pushed beyond her breaking point, and she is ready to snap. Now that you've given her a single person to blame for all of the pain, fear, and sorrow she's endured,
oh
she
no!
can finally direct all of her fury towards one target. The next day at school, you'll find the fragile student curled up in a ball, unresponsive. Eventually, they will stand up and begin walking. What happens next is...
What the fuck? What the fuck?
In addition to everything that I showed off in this video, I also made numerous other adjustments and improvements to the game over the past few weeks.
Well, that's
Most
good.
of these things
Here, wait, hold
are
up.
too minor to feature in a video.
We need some more live
You can
editing.
always visit my blog if you want to read about everything else that is new.
More live editing. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, we're gonna do this in real time. Hold up. God damn it! It's spoiling
This
it.
is the person who's
You're ruining it.
about you.
You're ruining it.
I'm afraid that they aren't going to stop until they've destroyed your life.
Oh no! You know what you must do. You know what you must do.
To me is because of this person. Thank you for telling me. I need some time to think about this.
Oh jeez.
Goodbye.
Yeah, ominous foreboding.
At this point, the fragile student has been
Fuck
pushed
your
beyond
optics, I'm
her
going
breaking
in.
point,
This is the
and
end.
she is ready to snap. Now that you've given her a single person to blame for all of the pain, fear, and sorrow she's endured, she can finally direct all of her fury towards one target. The next day at school, you'll find the fragile student curled up in a ball, unresponsive.
Crouching
Eventually,
down.
They will stand up and begin walking. What happens next is...
Oh no! Ah, you monster! You monster! Don't do it! Don't do it! I didn't do nothing. Good boy.
In addition to everything that I showed off in this video, I also made numerous other adjustments and improvements to the game over the past few weeks. Most of these things are too minor to feature in a video, but you can always visit my blog if you want to read about everything else that is new or different in the latest build. My plan for the near future is to continue making general improvements throughout the game, and implementing features that have been on my to-do list for a very long time.
Josh Kill
Then I'll
Simulator
return to
2018.
adding new characters and implementing the core gameplay mechanics necessary to make it fun to eliminate your
He
rivals.
stabbed a volunteer for sound
Thank you
effects.
for following the development of Yandere Simulator.
That's funny. These are like all of his videos are fucking hysterical. Look, $60,000 alone in 2017. He has $16,000 cash on hand. And he's not going to pay people. He's not going to pay voice actors for his fucking fetish art. That's obscene. I'm looking for one of his videos. Mid 17, 20 progress. Whatever. God, I wanna quit at some point, but these videos are fucking hysterical.
My lead animator has been hard at work creating the animations I need to implement Osana's confession cutscene. The animations are about 99% finished, but still need 2 or 3 minor adjustments before they can go into the game. so I can't give you an update on Osana today, but I feel
Oh,
certain
okay,
that
let's fucking interrupt this and talk about this for a second. He has been working on this fucking character called Osana for literally the entire duration of the fucking game. Okay, is the first introduced rival and a student of the Academy High. She'll be used as a tutorial at the beginning of the full game. So the game is supposed to have these things called rivals, and they're supposed to be like a bunch of them to that are also trying to like they're just other Yanderes that are trying to stop you from beating the game and winning the guy's heart, right? And the first one is supposed to be this lady, but he's been working on her for literally fucking years, and has like you still hear him talking about how he's working on Osana. I want to see how far back the edits go, because it's been going on for fucking ages. July 2013 is that even when it started? No. So this is the page at the oldest version that I can find, and it's already like half filled out. So he's been working on this for more than 2 years. It's just preposterous, and people still pay him for his non-progress.
Will be completed sometime over the next 2 weeks. Whenever I upload a video without demonstrating any progress on Osana, there are people who take this as a sign that I'm not making any progress at all with the game. That's simply not the case, and I'd like to take a minute to provide you with my perspective on the situation.
Nobody plays it.
Osana is just one item on a checklist of features that all need to get done.
Nobody can play it because it's not fucking done. There's no gameplay.
From being a debug build for testing purposes to a true demo that effectively demonstrates what the final game is meant to be like. A lot more than just Osana is required to meet this criteria. Whenever I'm not working on Osana, I'm chipping away at the other features on that checklist. From my perspective, it doesn't really matter what order the checklist is completed in. Osana could be first, or last, or somewhere in the middle. To me, the most important thing is to always make progress on some part of the checklist, which is exactly what I've been doing for the past year. To measure the game's rate of progress on Osana alone would be a terrible logical fallacy, because you'd be ignoring all of the rapid progress I've been making on other aspects of the game.
The fucking rapid progress.
While waiting for Osana's animations,
that
I've been chewing
saw
through as much of the checklist as possible. Some of the things I've accomplished are minor improvements, and other things are quite significant. In this video, I'm going to list many of the things I achieved over the past 2 weeks, in no particular order. Missing person posters will now appear in school after a character goes missing. The school nurse has been given proper AI. She can now react to murder, apprehend Yandere-chan, be killed, etc. A student who is late for class will now run to their classroom instead of walking slowly. Students will now react differently to compliments from Yandere-chan depending on Yandere-chan's reputation.
God, this is so
you
fucking
can now
weird.
command a mind-broken slave to kill any student of your choosing. Instead of being restricted to
What the
only
fuck?
killing coconut.
What the fuck? What did he just say?
Students will now react differently to compliments from Yandere-chan depending on Yandere-chan's reputation. You can now command a mind-broken slave to kill any student of your choosing, instead of being restricted to only killing coconut.
What?
The headmaster now has voiced reactions to some of the weird things I've seen YouTubers trying to do with him.
What in blazes are you doing?
Oh my god, the voice actor
player
for
can
that
now
guy.
get a game over for allowing their reputation to drop too low. If your reputation is negative 100
MK
or
Ultra.
less, Senpai will hear about you and become afraid of you. I've also made tons of minor, miscellaneous changes to things that have been bugging me for a long time. For example, when the game needs to dynamically generate a list of all murder victims, the game is now aware of how to automatically produce a sentence with proper grammar. Yandere-chan's accessories are now hidden when she's aiming her...
You know, what he just talked about there, making it so that it doesn't use and, like, that's programming 101. You put the names into a fucking array, and then you implode them together, I mean, that's all you gotta fucking do. Or maybe like split one off at the end and then append it with and. Like that's fucking entry level, bro. Why it would have taken him less time to add this change than it would have to make the video and edit this shot that we just watched. Even though it's like 5 seconds long, it would have taken more time to. I just can't fucking believe how he does this shit.
Yandere Chan's accessories are now
can't keep
hidden
getting
when
away
she's
with
aiming
it.
her camera, so that they don't block your view. Replacement gym teachers can now have pale skin instead of always having tan skin. There are now sakura petals on the ground in places where sakura petals are falling. There are now sound effects when equipping weapons.
That's a sound of a sword being unsheathed. Wait, listen to the katana. That's taking it out of something. It's not just picking it up off the fucking ground.
These are just a few of the changes in the latest build. I've made a bunch of other additions too. You can visit my development blog if you want to read about everything else that I accomplished over the past 2 weeks. I know that some of these things simply aren't going to excite you or interest you, and that you probably wish I had something more thrilling and glamorous to show off today. But I had to take care of this stuff sooner or later, and it just so happens that it got done over the past 2 weeks. On a more positive note, a lot of these tasks have been on my to-do list for over a year, and it felt great to spend a couple of weeks accomplishing as many checklist items as possible. It's been one of the most productive 2 weeks in the history of the project. There are still a lot of other things I also need to get done before YandereSim can graduate from being a debug sandbox to being a true demo. So please don't believe that Osana is the one and only thing that requires my attention. Before we move on, there's something I'd like to explain really quickly. Usually, when I'm developing a game prototype, I start out with a plain white environment. There are no textures and everything
usually what
is
you
in
want to
primitive
do.
shape, like a cube or a cylinder. During this phase, the most important thing is nailing down the camera, the controls, the physics, and the overall feel of the game. But after a while, I get kinda bored of staring at a white capsule all day. At this point, I might go to the Unity asset store and look for some cheap model I can throw into the prototype just to make it more bearable to look at. This helps a lot, but eventually I get bored of the colorless environment, and I want to throw some textures into it. At this point, I might grab something from Google Image Search and throw it into the scene. When I get tired of seeing an environment composed of primitive shapes, I might find some free 3D model from the internet and drop it into the prototype. Now, it's common sense that you can't sell a game containing assets you don't own the rights to. So, obviously, anything that was downloaded from the internet is merely a temporary placeholder that was always intended to be replaced at some point in the future. Some of Yandere Simulator's environments came from the internet. For a long time, replacing them was extremely low on my priority list. But now that we are rapidly approaching the day when Yandere Simulator will shed its status as a debug sandbox and graduate into a true demo, it has become a higher priority to replace all temporary placeholder assets. You're probably wondering why I'm even bringing this up. It's because the next time you play Yandere Simulator, you might notice that a lot of environments look different now. This is because I'm finally doing a sweep through the whole game and replacing any models that were never intended to be part of the final product. I wanted to mention this in the video just so you're not super confused when you load the game and see all the changes. There are still a few placeholder assets lingering around in the game, but I'll be replacing them as quickly as I'm able to. Before I end the video, there's one last topic I'd like to discuss. It's about the YandereSim merchandise that became available last month.
What the fuck?
I want to say thank you to everyone who purchased a shirt or any other product from the Crowdmade store. I appreciate your support. A lot of people contacted me to say that they missed out on the chance to buy the gold foil products, and asked me if these products would ever become available again. I spoke with the guys at Crowdmade, and we've agreed to bring back the gold foil shirts for 10 days. So if you missed the opportunity to get a
What?
gold foil shirt last time, now's your chance. Now that I've covered every topic that I wanted to discuss, I'm ready to end the video. Even though I wasn't able to show you any progress on Osana in this video, I hope that I made up for it by providing some information about my other priorities. After Osana's confession cutscene is done, I'll elaborate further about what it'll take to get YandereSim.
You shouldn't be working on cutscenes at all at this point. Cutscenes are like the last thing you fucking do when you have because you have to render that shit. You have to render that shit with the final production assets. Like he's crazy. He's a crazy man. Actually, I want to know what do you guys think? Do you guys think he is the biggest and best scam artist ever, ripping off fucking kids for this shit game and shit merchandise? Or do you think he's just incompetent and very fortunate to have a stupider user base than him? I'll do a poll on stream.me. I really should be advertising. Let me just do that right now. I used to have a thing in the foreground for stream.me. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh no. There we go. Put this in the bottom. Everybody can see it. I'll go ahead and start that poll. Because I am curious. I am curious if if you guys think he's incompetent or if he is malicious. And then once I am done with the poll, I will tell you my thoughts. Okay, go vote. Vote, children, vote. All right, it's neck and neck. 40 for incompetent, 24 for malicious, 25 malicious. Nope, the incompetence going up. It's going up. Malicious is falling down to like half. Oh, I don't know if it can bridge this gap. I don't think it can. I'm gonna have to call it. I'm gonna have to call it for incompetent. People, the majority of people, about 2/3, seem to think that he's just plain incompetent. And I would agree. that is my opinion as well. I think he is not a brilliant scam artist. I think he is I think he is just very fortunate to have a dedicated audience who is willing to believe everything that he says because he has a trustworthy voice. He has that radio voice, and when you have a little bit of charisma, you can get away with a lot of shit. Like, look at this. He has 2.2 million subscribers. And in fact, at one point, I knew a girl, like in 2016, who said that she was excited for it. Because, like, when you watch the original trailers, when you watch the initial pitch for this game, the way he would talk about we laughed when he brought up the mind-broken slave. Like, that was funny. But his initial trailer before the Yandere thing became like a slog, over years. That was what made a lot of people jump on board, because it's like, here you have this guy with this pacifying voice, just talking in such a docile way about horrible things, and it made it interesting. And it brought a ton of people into the fold who are rooting for this game's success because it had some character and some spunk to it. And then over time, that fucking droning monotone became so petulant and dismissive and just awful to listen to. It wasn't pacifying, it was aggravating as fuck. And people fell out of love with it eventually. Wait, why did the foreground change? What the fuck? I'm so confused. How did that? Oh, there it is. I was like, why did the foreground change? Where did that come from? But yeah. is, I don't know. I don't know. He's gonna lose his shit eventually. Like, people are just gonna get bored of him. I wish I had that kind of money. So, like, I legit have some fucking envy for that shit. I would love $5,000 a month. That would if I was making $5,000 a month for that shit, like, that would solve all of my fucking issues. Like, overnight. I would be a happier fucking person. He eventually grew his nose, so there's that. I see somebody in StreamMe called Real Mundane Matt. I'm wondering if that's Dame Pesos. Okay. I think I'm going to call it quits because it's been 2.5 hours. And I don't know if people are going to watch 2.5 hours of this shit. But it does. Oh, somebody brought up. Yeah, I do think this is all fetish shit, by the way. Actually, that's a better poll. Let me do another poll. One last poll before I give up. Do you guys think that YandereSim is... I don't want to spoil it. Malicious or... Not enough characters. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Go poll. Go. I asked, is he incompetent and malicious or fetish exploiting underage volunteers? And I think I think people are definitely going for exploiting underage volunteers now. I think that's the favorite. And that's the that's the winner of this poll. Because I do think there's an element of that. Like, when he's talking, like, he's got those volunteers, right? He's emailing them. He's micromanaging their every action. And he's in there like, need to do the mind-broken slave voice a little bit more hypnotized sounding. You gotta sound like you're actually broken, boy. I can't get off if you don't sound like you're actually mind-broken. And I think that contributes to the game as well. Can you imagine being paid $5,000 an hour a month to make children say creepy shit for you? I think they get paid for that in the FBI. There's a division of that in the FBI, but in the civilian industry, you don't see it too often. He's micromanaging his micro penis. That's a good bet. Yandere groomer. Play this video. Oh gosh, let's check it out. Let's check it out as we're winding down.
Look at what? Hey guys, BG Mike here. So
I don't want to see you. Show me the.
Really gonna carry me. And
oh, they're just knockoffs using assets and shit.
Right now, what are you doing?
That sounds fun. I want to see Yandere Div. What the fuck? It's progress report and it's just an ass. Let's watch this. This got ass.
In January of 2016, I made a video about the reasons why it might be a good idea to rename Yandere Simulator. My primary concern was that the game's title could cause people to dismiss it as a joke game. In that video, I said things like, Yandere Simulator was always meant to be a dark and serious game, and Yandere Simulator is meant to be taken seriously. This exact choice of words created the wrong impression about my intentions for the game. Today, I'd like to clarify what I was trying to communicate.
See, all of his videos are like this. He has to dispel rumors by the haters and shit.
Dark subject matter. It's about a stalker who is sabotaging a young man's love life. The protagonist is a dangerous person who is willing to do horrible things to achieve her goals. In the past, I've described the game as a horror game, where you play as the monster. However, I never meant to imply that the game would have a completely dark and scary atmosphere 100% of the time. Imagine a cute, girly visual novel about a boy who is being romanced by 10 girls at school. But one of the background characters is killing all of the main characters when the protagonist isn't looking. That's the kind of vibe I'm going for. A cute dating sim gone wrong. That's why the environment is bright and peaceful, the characters are cheerful and friendly, and the user interface is soft and pink. If the player commits a lot of murders or abductions and never cleans up blood or corpses, they will spread terror and dread throughout the school. This will affect the game's visuals and the character's behavior until the game has the atmosphere of a horror game. If the player eliminates all of their rivals in non-destructive ways, then the game will always look like a cute, girly visual novel. In other words, the player has complete control over the atmosphere of the game.
I just want to point out that this effect can be easily accomplished with shaders in the game. It's visually impressive. It's a neat idea, but in terms of actual workload, to have some kind of stress meter where you have an integer and you convert that into like, you know, this kind of shading effect, you can buy that off the store for like no money.
It will be precisely as dark as the player makes it through their choices and actions. My goal is to create a genuinely good stealth game, a game with solid design, balanced mechanics, and lots of replayability. With that said, there are also whimsical things that were added just for fun, like silly Easter eggs, and some of the game's mechanics are based on anime tropes. When I said that the game is meant to be taken seriously, I wasn't trying to imply that it would be 100% serious at all times.
Oh, he just showed it. That's the one thing I couldn't show you guys in the gameplay. I forgot how to access the Easter eggs, quote unquote. And really all it is he has like 1,000 different buttons you can press in this contextual menu to change your character into this model, to random models. And like one of them was Sans from Undertale, and he had laser beam attacks. And you kind of get the idea. Instead of actually doing development work, he codes all this random bullshit into the game and then spends literally all of his time dicking around, like just murdering characters. And that's why he needs the assets and stuff, because he doesn't want to do shit. He just wants to fuck around.
I was trying to emphasize the fact that I'm trying to develop a real game, not a meme game with a few minutes of novelty value. Although there will be jokes in the game, it's not my goal to create a joke game. To summarize, my vision for the game isn't 100% dark and serious. It will have a cute side and a dark side, a serious side and a comedic side. In January of 2016, I proposed the idea of renaming the game to Lovesick. A lot of people have been asking me when or if I will actually change the game's title. I still think that it would be a good idea to rename Yandere Simulator, and I still love the idea of calling it Lovesick. However, it's very difficult to pull the trigger and commit to this decision because of the risks of changing a brand name.
Is this faggot Canadian? I don't think so.
Recognize. At this point, it's too early to make any promises, but if I do decide to rename the game, I'll probably keep Yandere Simulator in the name as a subtitle. On the topic of rebranding the game, there's something else I'd like to discuss. For a long time, I've wondered whether or not it would be a good idea to drastically change the game's visuals and atmosphere to shake off the appearance of being a joke game, and make it far easier for people to take the game seriously. Some people might appreciate this, but other people might want the game to stay the way it is now. I've decided that the best solution would be to give people the option of choosing what kind of atmosphere they want the game to have. The idea is that when you launch the game...
But what the fuck? Why is it an ass? Whatever.
The game will ask you if you want to play Yandere Simulator or play Lovesick. In Lovesick, all debug commands, Easter eggs, and memes are disabled, and the game has the atmosphere of a horror game. I'll show you what I mean. Here's Yandere Simulator. And here's Lovesick.
So he's already made this instead of doing real work.
In Lovesick, every single screen of the game has been modified to have a much different look and feel. In some cases, this was as easy as changing the color scheme. But some screens are so cutesy and girly that just changing the colors wouldn't be enough. In these cases, the screen was completely redesigned. For example, the Lovesick version of the Senpai Creation screen depicts Yandere-chan stalking a boy down a dark school corridor as the player customizes
This is what he does
him
instead
into
of
the senpai that they
instead of
designed.
making a game.
In Yandere Simulator, the protagonist's home is meant to feel like a soothing, peaceful place. In Lovesick, the protagonist's home is meant to feel like the lair of a deranged killer. In Yandere Simulator, the school's atmosphere changes based on the player's actions. In Lovesick, the school's atmosphere is permanently as low as possible. I've heard a number of people complain that they can't take the game seriously because some of the character names are obvious jokes or puns. Perhaps in Lovesick, all joke names would be replaced with more realistic and believable names. If the majority of people feel
I don't
that a
understand.
black
Like,
and
just
red
do.
color
It's your
scheme
fucking
is
game,
too
bro. Just fucking
edgy,
do it.
then I could always use a different color scheme for Lovesick mode, such as magenta and dark blue.
I just don't get it.
There's a part of me that wonders if it might be appropriate if the character models in Lovesick were less cartoony and more realistic. However, it would cost a ridiculous amount of time and money to create an entirely new set of character models and hairstyles and accessories and so forth. So this isn't very likely to happen. You might choose to play Lovesick mode because you want to know how the game will feel without the ability to use debug commands. Or perhaps you want the game to be darker and more serious.
This is like,
or perhaps
this is like the most boring kind of fucking. Like, can you imagine? Imagine you're with your family, right, and you're going out to dinner. You go to Cracker Barrel, and your brother is autistic, right? And he's looking at the menu, and he's talking about his menu at Cracker Barrel, and it's just like, if we change the font and the color palette to something else, people might take Cracker Barrel seriously. But I don't want people to not like the new Cracker Barrel menu. So we might keep it the same as it is. But we could also have both menus. One for people who prefer a regular Cracker Barrel experience, and other people who want a more serious Cracker Barrel. It's like those boards. Just fucking do what you want, bro. It's your fucking game. What do you fucking
perhaps you
need
just want to
people to tell you to
experience
do this
Yandere
for?
with a different coat of paint. Either way, the option is available. If nobody likes it, I can always take it out, or turn it into an Easter egg that you have to unlock. It's possible that some aspects of Lovesick mode, like the removal of joke names, might be made into an option in the game's settings menu, so that you can change or remove the aspects of the game that are preventing you from enjoying it. On that subject, for a long time now, I've heard people request a way to pay for InfoChan's services without taking panty shots. In the latest build of the game, there is now another way to earn favors from InfoChan. As her name implies, InfoChan's specialty is gathering and selling information. She values a person's secrets far more than a photo of their panties. I can think of multiple ways that Yandere-chan can discover a person's secrets, but for now, she will collect information using covert listening devices, also known as bugs. The idea is to place bugs around school in places where students will have private conversations. At this point in time, the feature is very bare bones. You will have to locate each spot where a bug should be placed.
He has like a billion
using
different
your
ideas.
knowledge
He
of
does the bare
locations where
minimum
students or
to put them in the
important
game,
characters will be talking.
and then he never
In the
completes
future,
the idea.
InfoChan should explicitly tell you exactly when and where to place bugs in order to record the specific information she needs, and you should have to retrieve the bugs after they have recorded a conversation. This should make the feature more interesting and challenging. I've also got another idea for how the player could earn favors from InfoChan, helping her acquire blackmail. To blackmail
Hold up. Somebody said something brilliant in chat. This is perfect. You have to, in order to get what you want, you have to enlist the help of Kiwi Farms by sending panty shots to us. If you do this, we will we will help you out. We will sort out your fucking issues for you. Okay, sorry, that just made me laugh.
I've also got another idea for how the player could earn favors from InfoChan, helping her acquire blackmail. To blackmail the student, InfoChan would need a photo.
This has
of
nothing
that
to do
student
with
in his
unrequited
behavior.
love, by the way.
For example, a photo of Musume smoking cigarettes behind the school. Perhaps the player will get requests directly from InfoChan. Or perhaps the player should have to look for clues in a student's profile and figure it out for themselves. For example, if Ryuto's profile says that he tells his parents he studies in the library in his spare time, but you always see him playing video games in the computer lab, you could take a photo of him there, send it to InfoChan, and then she would blackmail Ryuto by threatening to send the photo to his parents. This is one potential way to earn favors from InfoChan without sticking your camera up anyone's skirt. I hope that this video has clarified my intentions for Yandere Simulator.
It certainly has.
If the tone I want isn't what you want, I hope that lovesick mode will satisfy you. And if there's anything else that prevents you from enjoying the game, rest assured that I can always give you other options. Thank you for following the development of Yandere Simulator.
Great. I think that's it. I think I'm done with the with the Yandere dev. So I got a song ready. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna sign us out. And I just want to say thank you for following the development of Yandere Simulator. I fucked it up. I almost did it, but I fucked it up.
Not